What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be reviewing another wooden roller coaster. This is the Wild One at Six Flags America. I'm going to get into my thoughts. First, let's start with statistics. So it opened back in 1917, which this coaster is over 100 years old. It has a height of 98 feet, drop of 88 feet, length of 4,000 feet, speed of 53 miles per hour, does not go upside down whatsoever, has a duration of 1 minute 52, and a height restriction of 48 inches. So, I mean, this coaster is the stats are really good for its age. I mean, this is an old wooden roller coaster. So this was built in Six Flags America back in 1986, but it was at another park way beforehand. But this coaster, let me just say, this coaster exceeded my expectations. First off, I wasn't going in expecting much. I was expecting it to just be some nice little airtime hills and a nice little helix in. But I mean, I was really surprised by the Wild One, and I'll get into why later. But let me just say, one thing that surprised me in a good way was the smoothness. This is definitely one of the smoothest wooden roller coasters I've ridden, which surprised me so much because this is over 100 years old. But literally, I did not feel much bumpiness at all, which was very strange. It was a very smooth wooden coaster for its age. It wasn't like very smooth like in general. I mean, for smoothness, I give it probably like a 6 out of 10. But I mean, it was much smoother than like a lot of roller coasters. I found it to be running smoother than Roar. But there's just a lot of good factors, and Wild One, in my opinion, lives up to its name. This is a wild ride. Like, seriously. It might kind of look a bit scary, like a bit sketchy, because it's an old wooden roller coaster. This one's old. And some people would ask, I mean, never mind. People want Roar to be RMC, not this one. This coaster should not be RMC'd anytime soon, because it's a great wooden coaster. Come on, guys. Like, this thing has been open for so long, and it is still running very well. And it was built by Dinn Corporation, which the other makers are Georgia Cyclone, but I don't know what happened with their Georgia Cyclone project, but they must have screwed that one up because that Georgia Cyclone was so rough. This was not at all. So yeah, let's get into the ride real quick. So first you'll like enter through the queue, like kind of go up a little station. Then you got the station. Then you make a left turn. You go up to the 98-foot lift hill, which is a nice little lift hill. And you'll hit up the 88-foot drop. You'll enter through some great airtime hills, providing you some actually surprisingly amazing airtime, which I thought that was really great about Wild One. Then you'll enter to one of the coolest parts of the ride, this double down element. This was a really neat element. You go up twice and down twice. I remember the turn for this ride used to be really violent. Like, this thing looked really violent. Of course, I first rode Wild One back in 2017, so, I mean, I never rode it. It was like this. I probably wasn't even alive then. But, I mean, the turn looked very violent then, so I'm pretty sure they must have, modified the turn for safety or something like that. But, I mean, yeah, so you kind of go, after, like, the first part of that double up, you go to the right, and then you got that double down, which you get some great airtime, and then afterwards you go through some more airtime, which is weaving into the structure, and then this next part was what made me really love this coaster. The helix, 540-degree helix. Oh my freaking gosh. Words cannot describe on how insanely intense this helix was. I did not expect this helix to be as great as it looked. Like, this helix was incredible. I've never gotten so many laterals on a wooden roller coaster like this. This was a part that really surprised me so much. That just made me want to go on this thing again. Like, this part really blew my mind. This is what made Wild One exceed my expectations. Just this element alone. This is by far my favorite part on the roller coaster. And one of my favorite helixes in general. Like, this was the coolest part and most surprising part on Wild One. And that's just what makes me love Wild One. So after that crazy awesome helix, you'll go through some final breaks and you'll make a right turn to the station. So overall, what do I think of Wild One? Wild One is a bit of a underdog coaster, my opinion. It's a coaster that's not talked about enough. I think it's personally one of my favorite wooden roller coasters. Not quite top three. I mean, I prefer like wooden coasters like Great American Scream Machine, Six Flags North Georgia, which that's probably my favorite classic Woody I've ridden. And I'm going back on the comments. I mean, yeah. So overall, what do you think of well, one? I thought it was a pretty good roller coaster, and I fell in love with that helix so much. Oh my gosh, I was so speechless at the end of the helix. I'm like, what just happened? So, what am I giving Wild One? Wild One will receive an 8 out of 10, and definitely the reason why it's not higher. I usually give higher scores to coasters that are like, world class or something like that. But I mean, this is a great roller coaster, and it absolutely lives up to its name as the Wild One. And that will do it for this review. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You should comment what do you think of the Wild One, and don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more content coming in the future. Also have a full playlist of other coaster reviews you can check out. Don't forget to check out the social media link in the description. And I'll see you guys next time. Have a theme-tacular day.